just talking for 5 minutes?
Now you which trip? No.
Not yet?
No.
Okay.
So we
I just asked you.
We will.
I just asked the question.
That's not an issue.
Okay.
You got to respect the process. You just have to.
You're the one who tells me your orders.
Because he's a nice guy. He'll say yes to everything. Yes. It's okay. He's going now.
Okay.
It's okay. Okay, now you're fine. Okay, here you are.
Doctor, can we sit down a second?
Sure. Absolutely.
I wanted to ask you.
A suit and gym shoes, I love it.
Oh, thank you. I wanted to ask you, what would you say is racism? How would you define racism?
I would define it as people making decisions about others based on superficial characteristics and unfairly doing so. And, you know, in our society today, I think a lot of racism is paternalism. I mean, you believe that certain people can't do things and that you must do them for them.
So if you use race as a factor to judge somebody instead of evaluating them based on their actions, that would be racism.
Absolutely.
So if somebody won't let you in their club or organization because of your race, that would be an example of racism?
I think that would be a racist policy, yes.
So can the white congressmen become voting members of the Congressional Black Caucus?
I don't know.
They can't.
I don't know the answer to that.
They have a rule against it. You think that that is wrong? That's racism also?
Well, I would put it this way. If that is true,
yeah,
and
hypothetically, yeah.
and if members of the Congressional Black Caucus would object if there were, let's say, a Congressional Irish Caucus that wouldn't let them in, then I think that would be hypocrisy, and it would in fact be racist.
It would be a double standard, but just them not letting them in because they're white, using their race as a reason not to let them in, that would be an example of racism. Right?
I would very much disagree with that policy, and I would characterize it that way.
Right, because a person's race does not determine their character or their skills or anything else, as you said before, right?
And also recognize that during the Civil Rights Movement, a lot of the people who worked feverishly were not black people. And if they simply said, you people can't be involved, I wonder how much progress we would have made.
So we should judge people based on their actions, not on their race.
Of course,
and
absolutely.
This is what Martin Luther King said.
Well,
right?
You know, he would be very unhappy, I think, if he came and he saw that people were in any way being judged based on such superficial characteristics.
So the universities, when they use race as a factor to give extra points to, say, black people, that would also be racism, right?
Well, what I have advocated is something that I call compassionate action. And what that means is you look at the whole composite.
But you
know, for instance, if somebody, I don't care what their race is.
Right, you wouldn't take into consideration.
If they come from a very difficult background.
That's a different issue.
Take that into consideration. But no, not just race per se.
Last question. Race should not be part of the admissions evaluation of a university, because that would be racism, basically.
I do not believe it should be. I would be much more inclined to look at a person's total circumstances.
That's it.
I want to shake his hand.
Okay.
Thank you very much for the interview.
You're welcome.